are me. That's what I said, I am, you are me. Don't you see, I am, you are me. That's what I said, I am, you are me. Don't you see, I am, you are me. That's what I said, I am, you are me. Don't you see,
seems like I'm over here, and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. It seems like I'm over here, and you're over there, but there is something between us that's greater than air. It seems like I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. Don't you see, I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. Don't you see, I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. Don't you see, I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. Don't you see, I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start.
I am, you are me. That's what I said, I am, you are me. Don't you
It
see,
seems like I'm over here, or maybe you're over there. That's what I said, something between us, always greater than air. It seems like I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. It seems like I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. It seems like I'm no confusion, it's not hard to do, but it's just an illusion, it's me and you. It seems like I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start. I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start. I am a part of you, you are a part of me, and so together we are one body. I am inside your head, you are inside my heart. We fit together, perfect from the start.
Oh, what a good way to start, right? Right? Welcome back, choir. And welcome, Emerson, especially today's visitors here in person and online. Unitarian Universalism is unambiguously, unapologetically progressive. This congregation affirms the inherent worth and dignity of all people through anti-racism, anti-oppression, supporting the LGBTQIA+ community, working for reproductive justice, voting rights, and other issues, as the world calls us to side with love. We seek to build beloved community, not only here, but in our surrounding areas. And we bring a spirit of joy to it all. It's so good to be together this morning. Welcome back.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Christina Branum-Martin. I'm the minister here, and I was away for the month of July, and it is so good to see your faces, your eyes looking back at me. What a wonderful day to be together. We pause now to light our chalice. This is a symbol and a ritual of our Unitarian Universalist faith. And Valentino is going to read the words, and Jay is going to light the chalice. So let Valentino read the words first, and then you can light it, okay? That's great. Stand on my tippy toes for this. Now you can spit it down. There.
We light this chalice as a symbol of reunion. We reunite in this sanctuary to share the flow of our hearts with one another. We gathered together in ritual to celebrate our fountains of joy, to hold each other through the storms of grief, to guide one another through the rapids of transformation, to rest together in the ponds of stillness. Together we honor the spirit of water as it changes in its many forms, and it offers life-given essence. Sorry.
Yay. Thank you. Let me take it. What?
And now, in the spirit of love and the beloved community, let's greet and welcome each other to this new day as we share our congregational affirmation. We need not think alike to love alike. Let's greet and welcome each other to this new day. Those in the sanctuary, feel free to move around and to offer greetings. And for those online, please use the chat to introduce yourself.
I greeted a few newcomers today who have come to visit with us, and what a great day to be here. Today is the day of our ingathering, kind of like homecoming, and it is the day of our annual water ceremony. This is a special day, and if you are here for the first time, welcome, and please know there is a place for you. And as we pour water later, you are welcome to join us.
Almost all Unitarian Universalist congregations traditionally hold a service similar to this one to celebrate the beginning of the congregational year, which for most of our congregations revolves around the school year. Many congregations still, unfortunately, close their doors for the summer. We are a year-round congregation, and for that, we are very thankful. Right? But we still recognize the change in our routines and in the world around us on this occasion.
This summer here, we formally draw summer to a close, and we celebrate a time of transition, a season of change, the move from one time of the year to the next. Well, it's a little warm in here, and we did turn the AC down, but the calendar says it's still officially summer for a few more weeks. But the other day, I saw the flocking of geese flying in formation over us. I saw a maple leaf turn a little bit red. And maybe soon we'll have a little bit of cool air in the morning, and we'll know that the summer is coming to an end.
Our hearts still cling to sunlight, to the trees, to the long days and short nights, to the seasons of pause and renewal. But already the work and promise of autumn intrudes. As is our custom, we welcome each other back to the world of responsibilities, to the schedule of heading back to work after summer vacations, and the duties of packing lunches for those of us who are still parents and sending our children off to school. And today, in honor of the change of this season, we will bring water from our daily lives and our responsibilities, some from sojourns far away, and other water in reminder of the water that helps us in our daily life. This ritual where we come together reminds us that we are connected, that we are one, that we need each other, and that this place is where we return to again and again to find our bearings together. Let us sing together number 100, Peace Like a River. This is in the gray hymnal, and the words will also be projected on the screen.
And now we pause to share the matters of our heart, and Jay will come up and help me put the stones in the bowl. The stones, how appropriate for a water ceremony, stones from a river that have been worn smooth over time. The first that we place every week is in honor of the Cherokee and the Muskogee nations of the indigenous people who have lived here before us. And the next is in honor of those we remember who were enslaved here on this land and labored for hundreds of years. And the last is for all of those hurting in current conflicts across the globe. We have a few things from our community. The first I will share is from Susan Ullman with concern and sadness. Susan wants to share with the congregation that she has been diagnosed with breast cancer. She will continue medical testing next week to develop a plan of treatment. She has the gift of very good medical support and love from us on this unexpected journey. Susan welcomes positive communications, healing wishes, and heartfelt prayers. However, when you're with her, please don't ask her questions about her diagnosis or the situation. Instead, she wants you to blanket her with love. Okay. Patty Schimmel, or Patty wants to share that, thank you, Dave Schimmel, I've got the names right now, for being my life companion since 1984. Patty shares that it has always been an adventure for these 41 years, and you are never old. Thank you. Eva Cronin wants to share many thanks to our wonderful volunteers who made Emerson's Can Do Summer RE activities, which is religious education for our children, run smoothly. Lots of fun was had by all. Kudos to David Halliday, Alex Douglas, Jillian Scow, Kaylin Jean-Pierre, Richard Croker, and Audrey Tice. Thank you to everyone. And the last is from the Johns family. We are excited to celebrate the birthday of our oldest child. It is his 8th birthday today. They close with, "We are so proud of you." I have an idea, Jay. Would you just put one more stone in for me? Thank you so much. These are for the things that are deep inside, the things that might not be ready to be shared. Perhaps it's a joy like a bubbling creek about to start a new river. Or perhaps it's a sorrow weighing you down so much you just don't even know the words yet. Know that this community is here to be with you in that process of coming together, to be together. Let us share as we close the Buddhist prayer of loving kindness. May we all be filled with loving kindness. May we all be free from harm and suffering. May we all be well in body, heart, and mind. May we all be at peace. Blessed be.
Unitarian Universalism is a faith often referred to as one of deeds, not creeds. How we show up in the world is how we live our faith. One way we seek to do that is by partnering with other organizations who work to bring love, kindness, and justice into the world. During the month of August, we are supporting ARC Southeast, Access Reproductive Care Southeast. ARC provides funding and logistical support to ensure that Southerners receive safe and compassionate reproductive care, including abortion services. Through education, leadership development, ARC builds power in communities of color to abolish stigma and restore dignity and justice. ARC works to eliminate the economic barriers limiting one's access to reproductive care, build and encourage community involvement in the movement for reproductive justice all around the South, advance equitable rights in reproductive decision-making through public advocacy and education, and increase physical access to healthcare providers and reproductive care. For those in the sanctuary, as the basket is passed, please feel free to offer a donation or see your order of service for other ways to give. For those online, go to emerson.org, select the Giving tab to donate. All donations, unless otherwise specified, are shared equally between Emerson and our partner organization.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can I have the young and the young at heart come join us right up here for our story for all ages?
Good morning. I'm Patricia Johnson. I'm a member of the Story Troupe. And the story that I'm reading this morning is called Higgins, A Drop with a Dream by Reverend Christopher Bice. Pause.
Everybody needs one. You pass them down?
So we don't have any slides for the story today. So the adults in the room are going to have to use your mind's eye. Okay? But the little people up here will be doing some visual activities. Okay, so once again, the story is called Higgins, A Drop with a Dream by Reverend Christopher Bice. Once upon a time, there was a drop of water named Higgins. Higgins was no ordinary drop of water. He was a drop with a dream. Higgins lived in a valley where it had not rained in a very long time, so all the lovely green grass was turning brown. All the beautiful flowers were wilting, and all the trees were starting to droop. Higgins had a dream that one day the valley would be a beautiful place again. But what could he do? After all, he was only a drop of water. One day, Higgins decided to travel and tell others about his dream. All the other drops listened very politely, but no one believed that his dream would come true. "Higgins," said one, "get your head out of the clouds. You can't spend your whole life dreaming." Higgins decided that he had to do something to make his dream come true. So he began to think and think and think. One day, as he was walking by a rusty old bucket, he got an idea. If enough of us drops of water get together in this bucket, Higgins thought, there would be enough water to sprinkle. Whoops. No, sorry. Sprinkle on a few flowers to help them grow and become beautiful again. Eagerly, Higgins told everyone his great idea, but everyone thought he was foolish. That Higgins is nothing but a dreamer, they said. Higgins decided he had to do something to convince the others that he was right. So he said to them, "I don't know about you, but I'm getting into the bucket. I hope some of you will join me. There might be enough water to help at least some flowers grow beautiful again." So Higgins ran as hard as he could, hopped way up in the air, and landed with a kerplunk in the bottom of the bucket. And there he sat, just a drop in the bucket. For a long time, Higgins was very lonely. It seemed like no one else was going to join him. But after a while, some of the other drops could see that the grass was dying, and the flowers were wilting, and the trees were drooping. They all agreed that something had to be done. Suddenly, one drop shouted, "I'm going in the bucket with Higgins." And he leaped through the air and landed kerplunk in the bucket. Then two other drops yelled, "Wait for us!" And they hopped through the air and landed in the bucket. Then 10 drops jumped through the air into the bucket. Then 30, then 50, and then hundreds of drops came from all around just to hop in the bucket. Soon the bucket was completely full of water, but there were still more drops that wanted to join. So they found another bucket and hopped in. Before long, there were 2 buckets of water, then 3, then 4, then 10, and then hundreds, and then thousands of buckets of water. Along came a powerful breeze that blew all over the buckets, and all the water flowed together to make a mighty stream. Everywhere the water flowed, the grass turned green again, and the flowers bloomed, and the trees stood tall and straight once more. All this happened because Higgins had a dream, and his dream came true. Because he knew that although he was just a drop in the bucket, enough drops in the bucket make it a bucket full. And when there are enough buckets with the wind behind them, then justice will roll down like waters, and righteousness like a mighty stream. an announcement first.
So for the kids, do you want to do it?
We're going to sing the song of dedication in a moment, and then the families with children who are 7 and under, who usually go to the nursery right then, we're asking for your families to come up first to pour the water so that you can be included together. And then Michael will escort you out.
Okay, yeah, let's sing our song of dedication.
The tradition of the water ceremony began at the Unitarian Universalist Women in Religious Convocation in 1980, and in the decades since has become a vibrant part of Unitarian Universalist worship. For generations, people have gone to seashores, lakes, and rivers, both to lay down their burdens and to seek renewal and healing for the body and spirit. Water cleanses and purifies. It can refresh the weary body and calm the troubled soul. Water, wherever we can find it, can be a place of transformation. Today we have brought water from many places, from the north and the south and the east and the west, places near and far, perhaps a sojourn to a place unfamiliar. And each brings unique qualities to this community where together our waters merge and become one. Everyone is invited to participate. People of all ages, first-time visitors and long-time members. We have a single bowl in front of the pulpit here to receive the water. And Star will help us to start out to pour water from our past water ceremonies, thus honoring the connections to the past and all that has brought us to this moment. Thank you. We will blend it in one bowl here in the present moment to which we have arrived to this new year together. And in so doing, we are reminded that change is ever present in our lives. And hopefully, we move with that change with grace. We will save some of this water for next year and also use it to water the plants and nourish the earth in our memorial garden. In a moment, you'll be invited to come forth, and we've put the table out today so that people can come and form 2 lines. We have such a big group, it takes a while. If you don't have water with you, know that there is water here in the pitchers. You can use that water as your own. You are invited to think of a time and a place near water from this summer or in your life, perhaps even your garden, or your water hose, or a swimming pool in the neighborhood, or even the tap water that miraculously comes out from our tax dollars that helps us have clean water. So take a moment. Think of a place that nurtured you this summer. Think of the water that bathed you and carried you through this summer. I want you to imbue those memories and gratitude into the water that you will pour into the communal bowl. Perhaps this summer you sought peace and you found some, and you will bring it to add to our bowl. Perhaps this summer you were looking for healing and you found some. May you bring it here to share with others. This summer, perhaps you found playfulness, and you might bring some joy and laughter to share with us here. Some of us found tears and sadness and sorrow. Bring that too, for it is a blessing for you to be with us, and let us hold you so that we can help carry you. If you're still looking for a blessing, I hope that you come with an open heart with your questions and your wonderings, because we all have those too. May today be for all of us at this Ingathering a place where we bring our whole selves. And may the sharing of this water from all the places and things and blessings that have nurtured you be a blessing for all of us this year. Families with littles, please feel free to come forward. And Star, will you pour a little water to start for those who are at home so that your blessings can be with us? All right. Would you join me in the spirit of reflection and meditation and prayer? I'm going to share with you a reading, followed by a short prayer, and these words by John Rodel are about hope. I've been carrying hope in my pocket, like it was a polished gemstone for years, and whenever trouble came, I would squeeze hope tightly in my shaking hand, and I could feel it bump against my palm like a newborn heartbeat. And that's how I knew I was safe. Recently, though, I lost my hope. I have no idea where I put it down, or perhaps it slipped out of my pocket when I was fumbling for my keys. Without being able to hold on to hope, I soon began to lose myself. And after a while of wandering in the wild on my own, I came across a river. I bumped into hope there. It looked so different. Hope was no longer a little gemstone that could fit in my pants pocket. It was now a wide stream cutting through the woods. I thought I had lost you, I admonished. And the river reached out and grabbed a couple of rainbow trout and used them to smile at me. Lost me? The river said. That's impossible. But one minute I was holding on to you in my pocket, and the next you were gone. I needed to change forms, Hope replied. Why? I asked. Because you've been carrying me around for so long that I decided we needed to try something different. What's that? I asked. Hope replied, I thought I would take a turn carrying you for a while. And that river rose up around me and pulled me gently onto my back, and I was floating. I didn't realize how exhausted I was until the river held me and hope carried me. It carried me. It carried me. And now, whenever trouble comes, I spread my arms open and I let hope wrap around me in her slow water. And I can feel it pulse against me like a newborn heartbeat. And that's how I knew I was safe again. I don't know where we are going. Hope and I still appear to be lost, but at least we are together. And maybe we will stay out here without a map for a while longer. And funny enough, I'm in no rush to get to our destination now, because it has been so long since I've felt held by anything. And now I think I really could start to get used to it. Our prayer today, our collective prayer as we poured waters into our collective bowl, is that we find hope and companionship within this faith community. Hope. Hope, the kind that we feel sensed in our bones, that we feel deeply in our hearts, that we know by our dreams. Hope that we hold like a stone in our pocket, or like the river that holds us. We are never alone. We are held by something greater. We carry each other in these times of joys and sorrows, in hope and love, and by this community. Amen, and blessed be. Recently, I talked with my friend and colleague, Reverend Megan Joyner, and she told me this story that I wanted to share with you today. She begins, "When I was 14, my family took a road trip to the Grand Canyon, and it was springtime, but there was snow up to our waists at the top of the canyon. I remember it well because my mother was terrified that my younger brother, who was 9 at the time, would run right over the guardrail and tumble into the abyss. 'Come back,' she said, 'come back.' The truth is, though, that it was fun to stand at the edge and look down. It was so far down, and in some places the Grand Canyon is over a mile deep. And there's a river at the bottom, the big, mighty Colorado River. The river has carved a massive crack in the earth's surface over millions of years, and it's pretty amazing to see. What was especially amazing for us that spring so many years ago is that when we peeked over the edge and looked down into the canyon, we could see the river, and something else surprised and delighted us. It was snowy at the top and spring at the bottom. The trees were flowering at the bottom of the canyon. You could see sweet springtime colors and green grass, and the temperature was so different. The spring had already arrived a mile below us. The majesty of that canyon, the magic of the spring at the bottom, the power of the water and the river will stay with me forever. Water is so powerful, is it not? Drop by drop, there is this awesome power that comes together to do amazing things, like carve out the Grand Canyon, like creating rushing rivers and roaring oceans. We are like water. Each one of us is a drop. Sometimes we feel like we're just a drop in the bucket. And drop by drop, we come together to do powerful and amazing things. We create together a community that is strong and sure, and that is filled with love and respect, that welcomes the stranger and offers food and shelter to those in need. We create a community that works to undo structures of oppression, to save our precious planet, and to make our community safer for all people. Oh yes, it is so easy to feel alone sometimes, like we are just one drop that could easily evaporate and just disappear. Have you ever felt that way? You felt like you might disappear and no one would notice? Have you ever felt like you wanted to disappear? The truth is, probably we all have felt that way at some point. And this is the reason why we come together. And we come to this space, either together here in this room or online. This is why we come to the events that happen during the week, and perhaps even the potlucks and game nights and listening circles and book clubs. We come here to be a drop with other drops, to together create a stream and then a river, and remember then together that we can do what we cannot do alone. Our cup, our bowl, is filled to the brim with life-giving water. And it didn't start out this way. It was empty at the beginning of the service, wasn't it? It's together by each of us adding to it that we build this beloved community. One person, one group cannot do it on their own. We all contribute our gifts, our time, our talents, our treasure. We all contribute our unique selves, bringing who we are and who we want to be still. And together we create something greater than the sum of our parts. Together here, today, we create beloved community. It's a radical vision, beloved community. A disparate group of people with different beliefs, different backgrounds, different needs, different ages, different abilities, different desires and passions, all coming together in worship and to consider what is worthy of our devotion, of our time and our effort. We come together to change the world. We come together doing so as we care for each other, for this community within these walls, and working for that which is outside of our walls. It's a radical vision, and we're doing it together. Drop by drop, we fill the bucket. Drop by drop, we make a stream, and that stream becomes a river, and that river flows to the ocean. May we all dare to dream. Take me to that water. Take me to that water, that healing water. Welcome home, friends, this Sunday. Welcome home. We're going to close together singing a song with the choir singing the verses, and we're going to sing together in the chorus. If you see your insert on a half page of paper, you'll see the words. This song is by Emma's Revolution, a duo of Unitarian Universalist singers, and they wrote this song, Swimming to the Other Side.
Side.
Reverend Kok Hong McNugget wrote, I am but a drop of water, alone I would disappear, dried up by the scorching sun, or made dry by the thirsty earth. But together we can wear out stones, we can carve out the Grand Canyon, we can make streams and rivers and find our way by the sea. And Jay, you can come up. You want to do it? Wait for her where it's okay.
We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world until we are together again. Great job. What a wonderful opportunity to gather back together. Our service is ending, but we still have opportunities to be together. Right here during the second hour is service reflections. So we can come together and share our thoughts, share what moved us, what came up during the service today. In room 103, we're going to have shared values. That's going to be pretty awesome. That's one of my favorite topics. In the upstairs room of 209, we're going to have Pagan Mary meet today. And Michael's going to share something.
Good morning, couple of announcements. So August 23rd, Saturday at 7 o'clock, youth and children, we are doing life-size game night. We'll be playing Water Balloon Battleship, so bring clothes that can get wet, Pac-Man, Hungry Hungry Hippos, and Hula Hoop. I'm like, Alex, how do I say this word? Kroganol. There you go. I don't know how to say that word. So come join us here on the 23rd at 7 o'clock. We're going to have a blast. Also, families, we are going back to upstairs for fellowship time. So come join us up there. Thanks.
I'm going to see if I can convince my youth to come out for that, because I kind of want to play Battleship. Thank you for being with us this morning. Go now in peace and take peace wherever you go.